These lips were made for talking. I'm sorry, I meant these lips.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Hate me because I'm a monster.
I've worked hard to get where I am. Where am I?
Money is an aphrodisiac, which is why I once fucked a dollar bill.
You only live once unless you kill someone and steal their life force.
Real happiness is raising my child. At least that's what my nanny says.
Woo!
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Welcome to the Bitch Sesh, the Real Housewives Breakdown Show live.
Live at Largo. What a gorgeous, attractive, sensual crowd.
Wow. I see the whispering Aileen's are out in full force.
Right in front, hello. But before we start, Danielle, we just want to sing one little ditty because honestly, when a song touches your heart,
yeah, you have to give flight to it.
and only once in a lifetime does a song like this come along.
Yeah. So hit it.
Hit it.
One, two, three. Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher. Oh,
Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher. Whoa! Our dad cheated on our mom, and now Bravo plays our song. They are just hanging by a thread, and we kind of wish them dead.
Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher,
Dreamcatcher, whoa! Dreamcatcher, 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 whoa! I'm exhausted.
Wow. That was by the Beadors. The Beador girls, otherwise known as Ladies of Rock Lock.
Locke. I love Locke.
I do.
I want more songs.
I want more lyrics. There were 2 of them.
But I still loved it.
Oh, please.
We looked for it on iTunes. It's not there.
Beadors, get on top of this shit. Our friend Mike Furman, who is a genius, had to transpose that. We hired a person.
Yeah. We've paid for a lot of elements you're gonna see tonight. A lot of money.
Yes.
And that's a perfect segue to what we're wearing.
What we're wearing.
Danielle Schneider is modeling a look inspired by Eileen Davidson. It is a one-piece jean denim jumpsuit.
Oh, yes.
And Danielle, you have lowered the zipper, which I appreciate.
Thank you. I want you guys to see what I got going on, which is not much. I will say this. I have a tag still on. It will be returned. It's from one Abercrombie and Fitch.
I think you look great.
Thank you. I think I look like the smart Charlie's Angel. Which I'm happy to.
Smart one.
Or, the brunette, the one without breasts.
Yeah.
And Casey, let's talk about this look.
This gorgeous caftan that I've shamelessly paired with a flip-flop because it went well. This is what Bethany wore, as we all remember, when she had to deliver the terrible, terrible news in a scene titled, "Don't Let It Be About Tom." Which is a Eugene O'Neill play, all its own.
Yes.
And so I call this caftan, "Don't Let It Be About Tom." It has a lot of accoutrement.
Yes. Now, they are loud hookah shells?
Hookah
shells. Hookah.
And they're affixed to yarn.
Yeah.
These tassels that hang quite low.
And it looks to be change, loose change.
Yeah. Because for the amount that this caftan was, you must have a lot of change lying around to spend on caftans and then throw on a dress that does not breathe. I I do think it's cuter than other looks I've worn.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely better than this.
Yeah.
Though, oddly less breathable.
Yeah, it doesn't breathe at all.
No, but we did this for you. Again, spending money we do not have.
For you.
For you.
Danielle, should we take a seat?
Yes, let's. Shall we take a seat? Guys,
there's
welcome
so
to the
much.
show. So much to talk about this evening. So much to tell you guys.
I promised myself, unfortunately, that I would not drink tonight, and here I go. I literally said to myself in the mirror, I'm like, not tonight. I'm like, you can do one night.
Turns out you cannot.
No, I can't. No, I can't. Here we are.
Here we are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you all. God bless you.
All of you. Not a sober
There she
one.
is.
Yeah. Now I can breathe.
I'll tell you, between this caftan and this mop of horsehair, I am really sweating. And it's so sad. I'm sweating. Oh, speaking of sweating, I have to quit my basketball team. No surprise, I have not told the team yet.
No, you are the first to know. Don't tell.
But I am going to lie. I'm going to say I think some work stuff came up. But they saw me out there Tuesday night at Pan Pacific Rec Center.
What time was this game?
This game was mercifully at 8.
That's too late.
I know. But the best...
Basketball is meant to be played.
Never.
Never.
Full court basketball, in case you're not familiar for a 35-year-old gal, is so... I had to ask in front of everyone, yell to the coach, take me out! He goes, what? He goes, oh, okay. And he goes like this to another girl, and then I run off, and he goes, no, you have to wait for them to call timeout. So I'm like, so embarrassing.
The only time I played a basketball game, I hyperventilated so badly I had to be taken off. And I was like 13. I should have been in better health. And it's been downhill since then. I was just walking here and singing Dreamcatcher. I'm like done.
I know. I'm definitely done. But this girl was guarding me on the team, and she was a very good player and really like guarding me, like, getting in there. And we're literally running down the court together. And as we are running again, I feel my ears are collapsing in on themselves. Like things are happening to my body that I've never felt before. Like
it's my sweat.
My throat was on fire. Like my organs were like jumping out of my body. And she goes, just so you know, I gotta tell you something about Luann after the game. I was dying.
God bless. God bless. She knows her priorities, that girl.
Yeah, she knew how to distract me. Well, Danielle, we have a little...
We always like to do a taste test. And this one's a little special.
This one's a little different.
This one's a little different. We've decided to taste test one Bedroom Candy by Candy Burris's flavored lubricant. Now, this one's green apple, and I have to say, Casey and I decided to use it both in the boudoir.
We are like masters of sex,
Yes.
reporting back to you the research that we come up with.
I would mostly say we're basically interns of sex, but sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I texted my husband last night. I'm like, remember, it was the most unsexy. I'm like, listen, we gotta have sex in the morning because I gotta test out Bedroom Candy. And he wrote back, he's like, buy me dinner first. I'm like, no time, buddy.
Well, I had said on Monday night I was gonna test out with my husband, and then I was like, and he was like, yeah, we're ready, and I was like, say, can we test it tomorrow?
Now, Danielle and her husband, for those of you who don't know, which is probably all of you, you two have a very healthy sex life. And I know everyone's laughing uncomfortably. I'm uncomfortable too. Danielle and I, we don't normally discuss all of this, but let's just take a guzzle and see. I do feel weird. Okay, so when Danielle handed off my portion of...
Yes, I split it in half.
She put it in like a travel little plastic container.
And I left it like secretly in her mailbox.
110-degree heat. It's just sitting there. So that's what I use, but I'm like, has this been close to you?
No, it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
know why I put it on my palm.
Are you gonna lick your palm?
I guess. Are you gonna just drink from the tap?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Okay, well, I'm terrified. 1, 2, 3.
It tastes like.
Oh my.
It tastes
It's
like.
the best alcohol we've tasted.
Yes.
Of all the Housewives
It probably
products.
has more alcohol than any of the other Housewives wines we've drank.
Yeah.
It tastes like, you know what it is? It tastes like a perfume, a child's perfume. Don't you think so? Like a Bonnie Bell.
Yeah, it's a sour or green apple with also like some hints of lavender at the end, but it's weak. And that's a good segue.
Yeah, well, I will also say because it tastes like a child's lip balm, which is not what you want to taste on a man's genitalia.
Come on up. Don't be shy, guys. Oh, I gave you a big glass. This is disgusting. I feel like we've
bubble bath. Yeah, that's right.
We feel like we've crossed the line.
Yeah.
That people are uncomfortable with. Thank you. And
thank you so much.
Enjoy. Yeah. Hey, that's up to you.
Yeah. You've got a lot of friends here. Do what you will.
How did you find she did you?
How'd she did me?
Behind closed doors.
I found her to be drying.
Really? Because you always wonder, are they giving it more for the taste or for the actual lubricant?
Well, I'm gonna say taste because it was either maybe my hands are just like sponges, where they sop it up, and I was actually hurting another person, perhaps. Like all of a sudden it was like my hands had eczema or something. Like it was.
So you were using it. Okay,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, I was trying to.
Yeah.
Now, how did it go for you?
In my household, it was a very fly-by-night kind of experience, and both ready for work. And I will say, I didn't mind bedroom candy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm genuinely gonna stand behind it, and I did stand behind it. I liked it.
You liked it?
I did. And that's, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was my pH that that wasn't accepting
your own alchemy
of candy bursts. So
like it's all over.
Yeah, I know, but see, it's already dried on me. I'm
slick, like an oil slick.
And me, I'm like, you could pour something else on me. It would still like go right through me.
Wow.
So.
Well, I stand behind this product, and again, I think it's the best drink I've tasted from the Housewives.
And I would say I'd give it a no, but then again, maybe you could pour just like, like a whole thing of lube on me, and I'd just suck it on up. So that's for me.
There you go.
There you go.
Danielle.
Yes.
What else is going on before we?
Well, before we talk anymore, the
debates. A full sweat from this.
The debates were Monday night, an important event.
Yes, very important event for our country. Yeah.
Important, but we did not watch them.
Well, that is not true. We're with her, and by her we mean Renee Zellweger, because Danielle and I went to see Bridget Jones's Baby. I'm not bragging. We felt ashamed.
Yes.
And when I tell you the ArcLight Hollywood was deserted, it was shameful.
Yeah. There was like one other person in there, and it was Donald Trump. Like, it was just us.
I will say the movie was at 8, so we did catch a lot of it.
Yes.
But we did have to leave to get to Bridget Jones.
Yeah, importantly. So, and another friend of ours dropped out. She was like, oh, guys, but the debates are tonight. Maybe you guys didn't know. We're like, oh, we know.
I said, and? So we did see a lot of it. Now, unfortunately, we had to also cut out short on Bridget Jones's Baby.
Guys, it wasn't good. And I will settle for almost anything. And I loved the first two.
Love the first two.
But
wow.
I would sooner sit through a Trump presidency. And that's...
And look, I'll watch it again on an airplane, absolutely, but...
DVR.
And probably connect to it very deeply in the friendly skies, but it was so... You know when you're watching something, and maybe that's how you felt about our bedroom candy discussion, but your cheeks are flushing, and you're like, I'm so embarrassed, but I'm alone, and... It was tough.
Yeah.
And I love Renee.
And then we heard Emma Thompson wrote it, who I adore everything she does. But it was...
And that was a twist.
Yeah.
But
it was... The music was so random and old and out of date and... But yet Bridget Jones was super thin, and what was that about?
I know, and that honestly kind of pissed me off because I'm like, that's that character, and I'm sorry, but she's got a few pounds on her.
Yeah.
That's the character, okay? And as a method actress, you all have seen my large body of work. As someone who plays the same character all the time, I feel pretty confident in saying, like...
And for myself as an actress who does not get cast, I feel...
Yeah, you can always speak to that.
I can speak to, like, you have to really be there for the part.
Yeah.
You have to... That's acting.
Yeah. But then they just tried to fool us and not even say anything about it. At one point, she's like, oh, I'm doing all this spin class and I'm just getting fatter. But it's like, she's a size 0. I just felt it was kind of like, that's the part.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was tough for everybody.
Oh, well.
And yet 4 stars.
4 stars, as Matt McConkey would say.
Matt McConkey would say 4 stars.
Oh, what a show. Should we bring out our guests?
We have
we have to make one announcement.
Yes.
We have a mic down here. Where is it?
Oh, is it not there?
That mic is right here. Hold on.
Can we get our mic?
Maybe we can put it here. Well, we could use this one. Well, no, because...
Well, we can pass him back
April's
and forth.
out of town.
Guys, April's out of town.
And we have a new gentleman. Come out.
Come on out, Ian.
Eating food. Oh, no. Yes, eating food. Ian, this is my husband's co-worker, Ian Durney, who is stepping in for April and eating back there. Ian, can you get our mic?
Yeah, can we get a mic back on the side of the stage?
They're
going to grab it for us. I think it's being grabbed. But yes, any boots on the ground, interactions you've had with housewives, gossip you have to tell us, please, when this mic comes, stand up.
We really are a town hall forum here. And if there's anything you want to ask or you want to taste bedroom candy, whatever it is,
we'll be happy to pour you a handful. It's quite delicious.
Feel free to come up to the mic when it is, in fact, there.
But until then, you stay. Stay in your seats like dogs. All right, now we have
many guests tonight. We have such a full show.
But our first guest tonight, we're so excited to have here. You guys know him probably from his Vulture recaps about the housewives. Please welcome Dame Brian Moylan, founder and president of the Real Housewives Institute.
Yes.
Hello. Hey, hi.
Hello and welcome.
Brian.
Thank you. Should I hold this?
Yeah, you can just take it right out of its little cradle there.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you here.
Gosh. I'm so excited to be here, but I must admit, I am a little sad that I don't get to see the Nook.
Oh.
I was really...
Well, you don't think this strange checked tablecloth is enough? That we found here at the theater.
I guess she'll have to do.
So happy to have you. You're going to talk about Orange County with us, but first, tell us a bit about how you got... So Brian recaps the shows on Vulture, and they are absolutely hysterical.
They're works of literature.
Yes.
They are.
They're works of art.
Yeah, they're poetry.
I like to view all of the housewives as Tennessee Williams characters.
Oh.
That's what I really like. Sonia Morgan is our generation's Blanche Dubois.
100%.
Yes.
So why go to the theater? It just comes right to your Bravo 3 times a week.
Yeah, as many times Now, are you feeling like it's hard to keep up with the franchises right now?
It was for me, especially because I was doing OC on Monday and New York on Wednesday. So 2 housewives at a time is a little bit, one more housewives than one gentleman recapper can handle at a time. But yeah, it's a little bit much to keep up with. I will admit I am protesting the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Ooh, strong stance. Why?
Until Teresa Giudice, Teresa Giudice.
Yes.
Because I stick with the original.
The artist formerly known as.
Yes. Until Teresa Giudice publicly admits wrongdoing and apologizes for defrauding all of those people, and Bravo continues to profit off of her criminal behavior, I will not watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Wow. I didn't realize you stood so strongly on the financial crisis.
You know Danielle and I stand for nothing.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I'm really learning something right now. A person of dignity.
This is really
who could pull off this outfit and that stance.
Thank you. This is the strongest stance I've ever taken in my adult life. And I will admit, I really want to meet Siggy Flicker real bad.
Siggy.
Real bad.
I love her.
And I feel like because I'm Jewish, I could. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she would, like, let me into her home, into her arms, into those huge breasts. Did you guys catch them this week? I just wanted to, like, get in them.
You're in love with Siggy.
I love her.
It's getting weird. The first week you were like, I like Siggy. Then the second week you're like, I love Siggy. Now you're like, Siggy!
I know.
She's gonna be Siggy for Halloween. Just wait. Just wait.
New idea.
Peep toe. What was that dress she was
I wear
buying
like that babushka, just a straw with some bisque.
That's the only Siggy outfit.
Now, you're taking your aim, if I could just go back quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Against Teresa. Do you also feel the same about Senor Joe?
Yeah, I guess, but
really, she's the bad guy? I mean, he signed the papers.
I feel he definitely led her down the primrose path, but she said I read her book professionally because I was paid to.
Don't lie, Brian. And can I have a copy?
I will give you my annotated copy of Teresa's book. But she says multiple times, I don't know why I'm in prison. It's like, you admitted to it in a court, Teresa. I hope that you would know.
She's in prison as she told her children to write a book about what it's like to go to prison.
Right, because that's, God bless gonzo journalist Teresa Giudice, the Joan Didion of our time.
Wow, Brian.
Yeah.
You started us off with a bang.
Yes. So I haven't watched New Jersey.
And so this has been going on a couple years?
Yeah. And I interviewed Teresa recently when...
What? With your back to her?
No, it was... I refuse. It was on...
What is happening? I love it.
It was on the telephone. I'll tell you how the celebrity sausage is made. So, we really wanted to interview Teresa because, of course, she got out of prison. And I kind of wanted to be like, Teresa, do you want to apologize? And Bravo said that I could only interview Teresa if I interviewed Melissa Gorga as well.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. What's that about?
So I
said, they're horse trading?
I don't know. So I said, okay, I will. So I talked to both of them on the telephone.
Does Teresa know that?
Unclear.
That it's like a package deal?
Unclear.
Okay.
And so I was talking to them both on the telephone as they were driving in the Lincoln Tunnel to their Access Hollywood Live.
So they were driving out of Franklin Lakes?
Yes, in separate cars. Both in the same traffic jam in the Lincoln Tunnel. And so I talked to Melissa first, and Melissa actually was very well-spoken and articulate, and I asked her some questions about her book and how she...
Her what?
She
has a book,
She wrote a marriage book.
Yeah.
And it...
Really?
Yeah. Do you remember she was like taking the pictures? It was about like how you can still be a wife and have sex and open and have a singing career in a store named Envy. Like it was all about like doing it.
But it's
and wear a kitten mask on the slope.
That was so inappropriate.
Sorry, Brian, to talk about things you refuse to say.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'll always have Vicky Gunvalson talking about how she's never had sex with multiple partners in her life on a ski slope. And so I feel like I'm good.
You've seen it all. Yeah, you've seen all you need to see.
So anyway, I interviewed Melissa. She was very nice and well-spoken, and I was quite impressed. And I was like, oh, that's great. Good for you, Melissa Gorga. And then I talked to Teresa, and I said, hey, Teresa, I read your book, and you said you don't know why you're in prison. Do you know why you were in prison? She was like, yeah, I know why you're in prison. And I was like, do you think that the fans maybe want an apology? And she said, I'm not here to answer this negativity. I didn't think we were going to ask these questions.
I don't think anyone thought.
And then that was the end of my talk with Teresa Cheng. Sorry.
Wow. Well, you took a stand, like a true reporter.
It's true. I am a very important
someone's
journalist.
making their way to the mic.
Yes. Is it there? Yeah, there it is. Okay, perfect. Yes. Okay. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Maria. Ooh,
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, big fan of all three of you.
Oh,
God bless
you.
I always retweet your recaps because I think you're a genius.
You're the best.
But I have to laugh at your bringing up the Access Hollywood story because my daughter's best friend from school is Kit Hoover's daughter from Access Hollywood.
Yes. Kit Hoover from Real World, or
Yes,
The Road Rules.
from Road Rules. The first season? Was that the first season? I remember.
Yes.
I'm a historian, you guys.
So I got to talk to Kit Hoover after the whole debacle where Teresa took off her microphone and walked off stage because Kit Hoover asked Teresa about Joe potentially being deported after this season, or after he finished his.
Which probably did not sit well since she was just interrogated. We're seeing in this timeline by Brian.
I mean,
Yes.
you're welcome,
It's
Kit
all
Hoover.
painting a picture. I feel terrible
Yes,
for
I
Teresa.
have a lot more clarity.
Honestly, you people are monsters.
Yeah.
We're all garbage people.
Yes.
Let's be clear. But I have a lot more clarity now about why she rolled off the stage. But anyway, Kit was hilarious, and she felt like it was an important question, and she had a great sense of humor about why it happened, and I have great respect for her, and she is a garbage person just like all of us.
Great.
So I want you to know.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
Kit
Hoover.
Thank
Kit
you.
Hoover, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for your service. Thank you.
Gorgeous top. Gorgeous top.
Wow.
It's true.
Okay, so let's get to Orange County if you
Yeah,
don't mind.
this week's
shifting
Orange
gears.
County.
Or should we? Well, yeah. Are you allowed to watch Orange County?
I am. I write professionally about Orange
Yes,
County.
you
As a
do.
matter of fact, yeah.
Tell us just your thoughts. I mean, you've seen every episode, I presume.
Yes, I took like a season off, but Shannon beckoned.
Beador.
Beador. She beckoned.
Beador.
Yes. Shit, like a siren call, and so I started back on Orange County.
She
and,
really has invigorated the series.
Oh, absolutely. She's genius. But what I don't understand about my darling Shannon is why she insists on having quote unquote hospital grade air in her house. Like, isn't hospital grade air full of staph infections and sorrow and
People
death?
often say you're gonna die in a hospital just from infection.
Right.
So yeah, like it's not what you came in for, it's what you leave with.
Right.
From a hospital that will kill you. That is true.
But I like Orange County mostly because other than Shannon, I hate them all. And I'm like cool with that. I'm cool with that. There are some of them I don't hate as much as you ladies do.
Go ahead.
But
or love.
Or
like,
love.
Like, Vicky Gunvalson, Miss June Diane has a real thing for her.
yeah.
Where do you stand on
Vicky.
June Diane will be here at our next show defending Vicky.
Yes.
I feel
She's got her work cut out for
She
her.
really does.
I feel like Vicky does hold a very important place in the pantheon, as it were. But
Show her some respect.
But as a person, she's kind of awful. And also,
Kind of?
Hey, this is a charity woman we're talking about.
Yes.
okay. All right.
Not so
Let's
fast, Brian.
dig in because Vicky said one of the best things I've ever heard,
Ever.
which was, you can have haters, but when you do the right thing, then how long can they hate you?
Okay.
And the answer is forever, Vicky.
I would like to point this out about Vicky's charity. Vicky's charity.
We say that loosely.
Actually, yeah, it sounds like some sort of pyramid scheme to defraud people with cancer out of insurance money.
Totally.
It absolutely is. It is called, in case you didn't see, Kill All Cancer.
Which is
simply titled Kill All Cancer.
Kill All Cancer was actually the name of the Keogh family rock band. Before Lock Ladies of Rock, they were called
Kill All Cancer.
Kill
That
All
sounds
Cancer.
right.
Well, I love when she said, concerning her new charity, she goes, "This is up in my wheelhouse.
Yes.
I'm all about insurance. I'm all about charity."
I'm all about insurance. And it doesn't even seem like a charity. It seems like people are just coming to her to pay for insurance, where if they get cancer, they can have insurance, which isn't that just insurance?
Yes.
Right?
And then got her son sitting there. He's so janky.
No.
Michael is so janky.
Oh my God. I want to make out with Michael so hard.
What?
I'm sorry.
Guess what? Step in fucking line.
Oh my God.
What?
So, like, high school
Guys, come
frat
on.
party Michael, I was not into. I thought he kind
But
of.
Kodo Insurance, Michael?
Oh my God. And
He's
then,
a man in charge.
He's a man slumped back in a seat with hatred for his mother.
Disagree.
There's something about a roomy branded polo shirt that just
I'm
really
telling
does
you,
it for me.
when I saw him there saying absolutely nothing, looking about like 17, but like trying to play businessman, I got wet. More than bedroom candy did for me, guys.
Oh,
I'm real into it.
Me
I'm
too.
real into it.
We can share him.
I'm horrified.
I loved how Vicky said, that's all up in my wheelhouse, which is not really the way you would. That sounds like how you would insult somebody who is talking about their expertise. You'd be like, oh, shove it up your wheelhouse, Vicky. I don't want to hear about your insurance policies.
Now, Brian, we did get into Megan has a new business venture that I feel like we weren't given enough of a heads up about.
Okay, I have questions about this.
Yeah, like
We
I
all
knew they were,
do.
making some candles in the back, but now we have a fucking apothecary.
storefront?
Right. And they said, oh, we couldn't find a smaller store, so now we're selling more things. Why don't you just find a smaller fucking store, Megan?
And then she drops in some sort of humble brag, like, when I worked at Anthropology. Bitch, please. Anthropology, come back to me when you've worked at Saks.
Right.
And I rewound what the name of the place was with those shadow letters. All I got was La Hall Designer. What the fuck was it called?
It looked like Kay Leslie Designer, who I only imagine is Aline 2's neighbor.
I mean, it was, and then I love Megan with like her coffee. She's like, wow, you guys did like a really good job with this. And they're like, and the other woman's like, a lot of late nights. And Megan, it's like clear she's never set one foot in her shop except to give a dress code of cocktail attire.
Oh, yeah. That store looked like, first of all, it's gone now. Like, they put like, it looked like a drug front. You know how like you walk in places and you're like, this isn't a real store. And they're like, no, we just have gum and water. And you're like, is this a real store? And they're like, yeah, gum and water, go. That's what that candle store had. There is like a heroin ring in the background. I'm positive of it.
I mean, if it's not Yankee Candle, I really don't want any part of it. Like, what is your $35 bath salt? Like, if I'm buying bath salts for $35, they better be those bath salts that will turn you into a zombie, like on the highway.
And I hate the way Megan was like, you know, it's really cool having like worked at Anthropology to like get to be on the other side of it. It's like to get to have your husband pay for this like weird store. Like, I mean, you know how I feel about it.
Yeah. Casey wishes them dead, and I'm starting to as well.
Yeah.
Although I did soften on them a hair.
I will say,
No. When they were getting that
Danielle did not.
ultrasound, when they were getting that ultrasound, and Jim was like, she's gonna get naked. I was was like, you monster. He's the worst.
He found him sweeter.
Yeah, when she was upset about losing
Look, I've asked for them to be murdered. What more can I do?
Stick by it then. You can't change that.
Okay.
He was being very sweet with her when she was crying over her.
In that he was, what, looking at her in the eye?
I felt like he was finally for a moment giving her the some form
Our
of
bar is
emotion.
so low at
The bar
this
is
point
so
that we're like,
low.
he's a gentleman.
Right.
Because he put his arm around her when she was crying.
He didn't laugh into her uterus when he found out there was one child in it.
I was like, he's a prince. Speaking of princes, let's discuss Michael Dodd. Is his last name Dodd?
Michael Dodd. Whichever one of you said that he is a Tom is the most genius thing I have ever witnessed in my.
There are a lot of Toms.
A lot of
Oh,
Toms.
a lot of Toms.
Yeah, but
I
he's
mean,
a big old Tom.
and feel free to weigh in, but like I don't know if this is controversial, but I definitely their marriage is beyond shambles. Is very.
I think you're nice to call it a marriage.
I love how he's like, well, we're still trying to figure it out after our separation 2 years later. Like, if you're still trying to reconcile after 2 years.
Don't paint together in a garage.
No.
That's not going to help anything.
2 years is twice as long as Teresa's prison sentence. I'm just pointing
There you go
that out.
again. All right, Brian, we get your agenda.
She said things have been. She said.
Didn't know we were going to get so political.
Things have been harder in our relationship since we both started living together. And since he stopped working and we're around each other, the relationship has gotten more difficult, which is not a good sign.
And I have to say, though, like, in the painting scene when she was in the weird, like, tennis skirt, I did feel like she's the reactionary one. And I'm sure we're going to get an eye-low to him next week. It seemed like he's dropping highball glasses left and right, which I cannot wait to see. But I don't know. I feel like she's a fucking nut. And just rage problem.
The fight that they had is potentially the oddest fight to ever happen in Real Housewives since
Wow, that is
Real
saying
Housewives
a
history.
lot.
Because they were fighting about whose divorce attorney was better in a divorce that never happened. So don't both of your divorce attorneys suck? And are we fighting about that?
It's like you both failed.
Yeah, you're both awful, and who cares?
And also,
Because you suck.
maybe if you're trying to work on your marriage, don't talk about the divorce. Maybe don't go back to that.
I mean, it was so awkward and dark when she was like, yeah, like, I tried to get a lot of money from you, but, like, you wouldn't give it to me. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how divorce works.
chilled to my core. And he just looked at her and he was like, and then he's like, time out, time out. I just feel like she's a monster. And her mom and the lipstick and Kelly wearing that hat, hashtag cool mom.
The hashtag hats have got to stop.
Do we think she's trying to start like a chapeau store?
No.
Like in the mall, just like hats
One of
and...
my fans told me that apparently Megan owns a hashtag hat business. And so...
What?
Yeah, the women... this was
like
news
in
to me
the side
too.
of the candle store?
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't see one hashtag hat in that candle store, so... Yeah, because Tamara wore one that said "Classy AF" in rhinestones like 2 weeks ago, and I thought that was genius, because, of course,
I'm loving Tamara these days.
I'm loving Tamara too.
Guys, I miss old Tamra.
I do too, but I said that last week. I do too, but it seems like we're gonna get a real dose of her when we head to Ireland.
Next week, I'm living. It's
I
all
guess
I
it's
can.
like they're gonna roll it out.
Yeah, with her like cradled in her arms.
Just breathe.
Like it's all I want to see. I can't wait.
I asked this. Was that Shannon that yelled to Vicky, "My kids called you Aunt Vicky"?
Yes.
Okay, because why the fuck were we in like black and white? Oh God, we've got some.
Yeah, we have some lines.
Oh, there's a line.
Okay. All right.
Hi.
Hi, ladies.
Hi. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm a Newport Beach Aileen.
Ooh, welcome.
Oh.
It's your territory.
Is the woman behind you Aileen too?
I
Good one, Brian.
Thank you.
I'm Los Angeles Aileen too.
Nice to meet you. Speak your truth.
2 things. Terry DeBro works out at my gym and has a personal trainer, but will flaunt in front of the group class so that we all look at him and wants to be seen. He's always looking into our window. The other thing is actually from my old manager. She works.
That's good enough for us.
Yeah.
In fact, that's actually more than we need.
Yeah.
You could just say, like, I heard this from a bird. All right, done.
Continue.
Well, she works with this new coworker who's from St. Louis, who's very dialed in to the nightlife there. And she
I know who
just
coaches
Don't let this be about Jim.
there.
Don't let this be about Jim.
It's about Jim. It's about Jim. And
I'm gonna throw up.
yeah, this is my first boots on the ground because I'm a part of the Facebook group, but I could not wait to tell you guys in person. But he frequents a lot of gay nightclubs with different men.
Could I be the first one to say I'd hit it? I
And
With that lower lip.
there's more. Yeah, sorry. So I heard this and I was very intrigued, and my background was in PR, so I naturally went to a media site and Google, and the tabloid site wetpaint.com.
Oh, I know. I'm aware.
It's garbage people. I know. Garbage people. Safe space. But they have articles all about it.
Yeah. That he has
Really?
boyfriends.
Guys, why
Michael?
are we here? Why are we hijacking a plane and going to St. Louis and fucking finding him?
I mean, look, I'm mixed because I never want to, who knows what he's up to, but thank you for this.
Yes. Yeah. All allegedly.
I mean, would it be rude for me to get out my phone and Jim Edmonds gay Google like right here on stage?
I think you should. And also, my stuff is not as important as what Jess said. But,
Important.
But regarding Michael.
Yes, please.
My
My boyfriend?
coworkers. Yeah. My coworker's friend is his girlfriend. Yeah. And my coworker.
Wait. Is she pretty?
She's cute. Yeah. And,
What?
Yeah, she
she's
looks
cute.
good.
She looks cute?
She's
Okay.
cute. She's cat. And she said that my coworker said that he's the nicest guy ever.
I believe it.
Wow.
See, this is what,
it's not all bad.
This is what I think about Housewives' children is that we all rebel against our parents in certain ways. And you see, like Brianna and Michael and Avery Singer, the way to rebel against your parents being awful is by being a real, actual good person.
Yes.
And so,
Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much.
We salute you. Wow.
Can I share some B's on the G with you
Please,
guys?
please.
Okay. So I'm working on a story for another website about how much celebrities are worth and the people who investigate this. And I interviewed the gentleman. His name is Brian Walker. He runs a website, which I'm sure you are all aware of, called CelebrityNetWorth.com.
Love it.
So
Yes.
Brian Walker told me that
How much am I worth? Am I a celebrity?
That's the worst news, Danielle.
right, we're not even
You're not
it.
listed.
not even on it. But he told me that quite often, or occasionally, what have you, that reality stars will see how much their net worth is on the site and will contact him to have their net worth adjusted. And he said that a certain Real Housewife of New York emailed him
Bethany.
and CC'd her accountant so that he could verify with the accountant exactly how much this Real Housewives
This
was worth.
stinks of Zarin Fabrics.
While I would like to think that as the world's chief writer of Jill Zarin fanfiction,
Chief and only.
No, you know her dog. The one that licks her nose.
I don't believe that to be true. I believe it's someone who is currently on the cast.
Bethany. It's obviously Bethany.
I'm
She's
not gonna
in the
speculate.
details in a way we'll never be. She's fucking on every last goddamn detail.
So, speaking of Bethany, I also had the occasion to go on the inaugural trip of the Real Housewives of New York bus tour. And
I'm like, I can't believe these people make money on this. And I'm like, what are Danielle and I doing?
No, we're doing
what are all of
I'm
us
like
doing?
seeing this show from Google Earth, and I'm like, we're outing like, what's happening? And I'm okay with it. I'm at peace.
So I was on the inaugural journey. It was a 3-hour tour, if you will, of a bus wrapped in the Real Housewives of New York's faces. And it coincided with the launch of this season of Real Housewives of New York. And so as a treat to the press and superfans who were going on the bus tour, it started at this restaurant in Chelsea called Tipsy Parson, and Ramona and Jules were both there. And this is before we had met Jules. So she was there.
She's like, who is that poor woman?
I know. I was like, who is that painfully skinny, nice young woman? And so I was watching her, and she was talking to some people. And at this restaurant, one of their specialties is deviled eggs, because it's like Southern food. And so she...
Did Jules wrap her cutlery up in it?
Even worse. Jules took a deviled egg. She took the yolk out of the deviled egg and put it in a napkin, and then only ate the white part of the deviled egg.
And do you mean she just only ate the napkin?
Yes. Yes. And she smelled the
By the way,
napkin and then
And ate the air around it.
Right. Yes.
We're getting tonight's info is
Dark.
yeah.
We've
gone dark.
It was one of the saddest things I had ever seen until the bus drove us to Ricky's
Not to see Kristen Teichmann's nail line.
to see Kristen Takeman selling her nail polish.
Take me, Jesus! Why?
She's just behind the counter at Ricky's. Drag queens are coming in, buying like jewelry.
The bus empties out, goes. You could purchase Kristen Takeman's nail polish.
And no disrespect to you and your experience, but how many people were on that bus?
It was like 3/4 full, but it was
For the inaugural one, 3/4 is not
But it was
great.
like press, and it was
okay. Yeah, I
people,
forgot. Okay,
it
press.
was
That
people
makes
who were
sense.
invited.
makes sense.
And the other great in big quotation marks, is there were gift bags for us, which include a Real Housewives of New York mug, which I have on my desk, and there were some Skinny Girl samples, including Bethany's protein drink, which I decided to give a taste test to. And the ruling is that Bethany's protein drink sort of tastes like a piece of chalk farted in your mouth. And then there was some chocolates, some Skinny Girl chocolates. And now they were just chocolates, but they were in little individually wrapped containers. So they were only supposed to be 100 calories each, you know, what have you. Yeah. So after I finished the entire bag in one sitting, I ruled that the candy was delicious.
Ah!
The candy
Go
was delicious.
Skinny Girl, you gotta eat a bag.
Yeah.
But they'll fill you on up.
Yeah.
Brian, I hate to segue back to OC, but there's a few more candles to light.
Oh, sorry.
No. Don't ever be sorry for telling us about a bus tour.
A moment I enjoyed this. Well, first of all, Shannon's packing gives me an anxiety.
What the hell's going on?
No.
Why is
Shannon
this
needs to hire somebody to
it
move
makes
her
me so
fucking
angry.
house.
I'll pay for it!
Yes.
I want to go there and move it myself. There's so many closets full of knickknacks. Like,
Shannon has a chandelier closet. Did you notice that? She opened a closet and it was just full of chandeliers. Why aren't the chandeliers hanging from the ceiling, Shannon?
And she's just like, I don't want anyone touching my stuff. 3 days. We've got 3 days. I know Shannon, I know. It's making everybody crazy. Oh, it gives me an anxiety.
And when they were moving out, I was laughing when David was like, look, it's a house. I'm not sentimental. It's like, oh, we know, David. Yeah. We know you're not.
David's sense of humor. David is missing a sensitivity chip.
David
he was
is
like,
hot. You take your Michaels, and your
But at some point when he said to Shannon,
your
like, you know, it's like the morning after his mom and sister have like wreaked havoc, and he's like, should I invite my mom and sister over? I was like, David, be sensitive to that.
The fact that David and his mistress hung out with his family
God.
truly the worst thing I've seen and we've seen so much on this show.
So much.
So dark.
That was
So dark.
awful. Let's take a moment. That hurts.
I feel bad for the mistress because we met David's mother and sister, and I wouldn't want any part of either of them. They look like the creature that crawled out from under the Glamis dunes.
Oh, do we catch how what's her name? Heather was calling them the Glamis Four. Like they were the
What?
West.
I did not
Yeah, she was
catch
like,
that.
we're gonna have a massage day for the Glamis Four. Like they're the West Memphis Three or something. I was like, what? Like why is this a name? Why is this
And I
like
gotta
a
say,
cause?
Heather, hey, a little public service announcement. We know you like champagne, and you're not funny.
No.
I feel bad saying that instantly. I like her.
I will give Heather mad props because for the first time ever on this week's episode, she said every syllable in the word champagne, and it warmed my heart.
You know, we all have, you know. I loved when they were getting their massages at the mud room.
It was called like Club Mud.
Club Mud.
Oh, Orange
And
County.
poor Kelly is literally hysterically crying, and you just see a poor masseuse's hands.
Again, it's always the workers that are the heroes.
The unsung
absolutely.
heroes.
The waiters, the masseuse, the dog poop picker-uppers, like they're the heroes of these
If
series.
I were getting a massage and I could hear the woman next door ugly crying about her marital difficulties, I would expect at least a free coupon or something. I don't know.
If you were going to Club Mud, you were there on a Groupon already.
We've got a little boots on the ground here at the
please.
mic.
Yes, speaking of the unsung heroes, I am a bartender at a frequented Beverly Hills housewife restaurant.
Wow.
I will gladly tell any of you the name off of the mic, but in respect to our fallen soldier at Pump, I don't want to say my name because I don't want to get fired.
Okay.
But a lot of Beverly Hills housewives come in. I quickly have to say that Kyle and Mauricio come in on the regular, and they are disgustingly cute in person. Like cuddly.
I thought that was going to go a different way.
Me too.
This was my face.
He's so, I know. I'm getting there.
Disappointing.
But I will say he is so attractive. It makes me giggle every time I see him in person. But Taylor Armstrong comes in, and you guys, it's sad. I have had to make her water martinis before because she gets so lit, and it's sad. It's a dark.
Do you still charge her?
Yes, I do. Yes.
I love you.
I need the tips. And finally, the most garbage person I've ever come into contact with is David Foster. Yes. Yes. He, to show that he's the most garbage person around, he had one of my friends and coworkers fired because he did not think that she was attending to him fast enough. So he had her fired, and therefore you know he's a garbage person if he treats waiters like shit, which he did. And he didn't tip her either and had her fired.
I have to say, as a former waiter, I'm on his side. I love him.
As a former waiter, I'm on her side. I'm going to give you this.
Yeah.
Thank you, and you are the real VIP in that crowd. Wow. I mean, we've got to finish up OC quickly.
I want to tell you a Luann story.
Okay,
Can I
go
tell
ahead.
you a
Okay,
Luann
yes.
story? It's tangentially related.
Go
so
ahead.
I was at a bar in New York City called Omar's. It's like a private club kind of scenario.
Stop bragging.
I was there with a friend. And so we were standing out in front, and my friend was smoking, and he was really drunk. And so we see Countess Luann get out of a cab, and she's walking down the stairs to go into the bar. And he goes, "Is that?" And you see her kind of like throw her hair back and perk up, like ready to be recognized. And then he goes, "Lady Bird Johnson?" Which was the most genius thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And you could see her face like sink. And so then we went inside and we were seated near her, and he just kept screaming, "Lady Bird Johnson, Lady Bird Johnson," all night. And it was a high point, I will admit.
Wow.
Every single anecdote, boots on the ground, has been devastating. I'm rocked to my core.
Yeah.
Much like I was by Shannon's reading glasses.
And also just her reaction to her ribs. It was like someone had placed like a pile of shit in front of her. She was like, "Ah!" She was so...
And how many Black Label things can David order?
I know.
And that brings us to the end of OC. Very excited about the upcoming.
Yes.
Oh, as a proud gentleman of Irish heritage, why did it have to be? This is the worst thing to happen to my people since the British. I mean, is this what we
Really?
needed?
When they were dancing on the corner, I was like, oh. And of course, Heather started it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sad enough place to begin with. We don't need the Real Housewives of Orange County there, decimating my people.
Quickly, before we let you go, we all witnessed the trailer for Atlanta.
Here comes the sun.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
I can't wait. Did you see it, Brian?
I have not yet watched it.
Okay, wow.
I will. Yes,
It's
I'm
going to be
sorry,
good. That's
sorry.
all I'm going to say.
Oh.
The Real
it's-
Housewives Institute, no. I have not watched.
Well, I haven't. I don't write about Atlanta professionally, but I will say, thank God, Sheree Whitfield is back.
Yes.
I mean,
And wearing quite a new look.
no one fights like Sheree Whitfield.
No.
And I think that the number one housewife fight of all time, of course, is her Who Gonna Check Me Boo with Anthony the Party Planner.
Yes.
But I think number two is between her and Marlo, and it was in South
In South
America.
in South Africa.
Yes, where they stopped even
Woo!
saying what.
Yeah.
You love that one.
I
Oh my
love
God.
that one.
Genius. Words cannot even suffice.
And well, there's this whole runner with her in Kenya that's carried on about like
Their
whose
house.
house is
Is it livable?
is tenable. Whose house is currently tenable? Who's paid for the construction? Is the construction done? And it's improving.
Whose name is on the deed?
I love it so much.
I could not tell you whose name is on anyone's deed of
But
any.
speaking of, Mama Joyce is up to her old tricks
Yes.
in the preview. And who is it that makes the accusation? Oh, Portia makes an accusation in the trailer to Candy saying that,
That they-
Candy's husband propositioned her.
for a threesome with some bedroom
Oh,
candy.
this is a dark night.
Oh.
There's something in the air.
You know what?
It's fall.
I bet Candy's freak number is pretty high, and I wouldn't be surprised if it included visits to the Lady Ponds.
Well, Brian, in the trailer, someone just asks Candy, "Are you a lesbian?" And she's like, "What?" And then they cut out Marlo.
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 Indeed.
She's not afraid to lay it down.
Marlo a housewife? Marlo's like the Faye Resnick of Atlanta.
Yes, she is completely.
100%. Except without all the gross backstory.
Yeah. So without the murder
The
and
grisly
selling out her best
backstory.
friend. But I believe if Marlo could have been a part of the OJ trial, she would have.
Oh,
And she probably was.
Yeah.
she probably was.
She wished she could ride that
Brian, we
money
could
train.
just keep talking
Oh
all
my
night.
God.
I mean,
Thank you
Wow.
so
Thank
much.
you so much for having
Brian
me.
Moylan.
Brian Moylan.
Check out Vulture for his recaps if you don't already. Thank you.
Wow.
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 Guys.
Tonight has been dense. You know, it's like it's heavy, but in a good way.
Now we have some Jersey to talk about, but we can
We're gonna breeze through it,
breeze
guys.
through Jersey.
Breeze through it. Is anyone? Actually, I wanted to do one quick, just poll from the crowd about Shannon and David, if it's okay, Danielle.
Yeah, sure, please.
I would genuinely just love a show of hands, and you can only vote once, okay? Truly, I'm just curious for myself. My question is, and I'm sad to know the answer, do we think David is really, truly in love with Shannon? Can I just see yes?
I do. I do not.
No.
I'm alone. I feel like there's
And
not many of
no?
us.
Most of you are no? He can't love anyone, I'm hearing.
What did he say?
Someone yelled she pushed him!
You bastard! It's true.
Wow. Okay, we'll breeze through Jersey quickly.
Yes, real quick. I love that we're back in Posh. And when they went back to Posh,
With that river rat.
yeah, she is. She is the aftermath
Kim.
of a meth picture.
She's also the Faye Resnick. Her hair is like
they show
a
you-
wild rat's nest.
She's the worst. And they all walk in, they're like, we love what you've done. It's such an upgrade. And you see like what old Posh and new Posh, and they're exactly the same. Like,
Kim
just-
is the scum.
Why do they keep letting her in? Because she provides drama and there's no other drama, I guess.
I love that Kim's wants me's to show yous around. Okay.
Guys, who is Robin? Have we seen her before? Where did we see Robin? Never.
Robin breezed in wearing a Love Is Everything too long sweatshirt.
Yeah. Well, the entire time, I know, look, we're going skiing, but you guys are on The Real Housewives. Wear a leather pant, Robin. Step it the fuck up.
Why are some husbands there and some aren't? It was odd, I felt to have just Joe and...
Chris Loretta. Guys, this was strange. I know I've had stuff to say about
I know
Chris
you're going to say you're
Loretta,
attracted to Chris.
but I am attracted to
Me
I
too.
turned a corner on Chris Loretta, you guys.
Me
I was
too. When
just-
they were cuddling and cozy in bed, I was like, all right, Chris.
Yes, I get it, Chris. But maybe because Jacqueline is bananas and she has gone off the
The best
deep-
is when Jacqueline was literally being screamed at on the bus by everyone. Chris was just like,
checking in on the
Fuck,
little
yeah.
colonel. Just
I love
business.
The whole Jacqueline's just really going crazy. I think she's truly jealous that Teresa and Melissa
are
seem
back
to have
together.
something going on with them. She's going off her rocker, and
yeah.
sadly, I think drinking too much as someone who's drank an entire bottle in front of a group of people.
My favorite part of the whole episode, and just the highlight, and I really want to see a spin-off, is
so upsetting.
I want the Melania and Joe Giudice show on my television now. Those two, that odd couple.
They're a delight.
Dun 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 dun. Like,
What did Melania say when she has it?
There's a perfect pancake.
And then Joe's like, give me some fucking water. And then he goes, I love you. I was like,
But I do
she's like, get
believe
Joe fucking water.
I know, she's like,
They bounce back quickly.
she's like Edith Bunker. For you Mills, it's a classic.
They really are
I-
those two.
Those two, I want to see them morning, noon, and night. I want them to argue, but I believe they love each other.
I'm sorry to quickly go back to Robin, but when she was like, you call me a fucking soldier, it makes me want to rage on your ass. I was like, Robin, what's happening, Robin? So crazy.
When I watch those scenes, and I know Real Housewives does this on purpose, but when they show the women scratching and biting and the men just playing pool, it just makes me ashamed to be a woman.
Where's this heaven where you wear robes at the dinner table?
I don't know, and they were the only ones in robes at the dinner table. That was inappropriate.
I have at separate points written, love Siggy's body, love Siggy's spirit.
As do we all.
And, Dolores is a question mark for me. And that's really all I have for Jersey.
Yeah,
Anyone
me
else have
too.
anything they need to get off their chest, or we're just, yeah, done and done.
All right.
We transition?
Yes, we're going to transition,
Wow.
guys. Now, yes, let's stand up for this. Now,
I don't want to, but we will.
We will. It's hard to stand up once we've been seated this long. Guys, now, we do readings sometimes, and sometimes We do them of the actual Real Housewives show, and then sometimes we do a little something called The Realest Real Housewives. Now, we've done PTA chain emails, neighborhood watch. Now, this one came right from the Whispering Aileen's Facebook group. It was submitted by an Aileen called Kelly. And some of you may know it as Ghost Posts. And for those of you who don't know why, it was, I guess, taken off the Facebook group for a while and then came back. But basically, what happened...
This is essentially a text conversation between three women. And the third woman who remained silent the entire time, except to interject with a few emojis that we will describe.
And GIFs.
And GIFs. She is the one that has submitted this. Her name is Kelly. And she has asked that we not change her name. She is very brave. We have changed the other women's names.
Yes.
And this concerns a baby shower being thrown for a man. Right?
Sure.
As you do.
So I will be playing Michelle.
And I will be playing Susan. And again, this is all completely word for word over text. All of this is text. This is not email, text.
Okay. Hey, Susan, what dish is your mama making? For the shower, that is.
What, one dish? Is she not making a whole gaggle of food? Because if not, we got our wires crossed because she was planning on making a bunch of things. I mean, you said you were doing the grilled stuff, I guess, chicken, burgers, hot dogs. Am I confused here?
She can certainly make more than one thing. I just didn't want her to think the whole menu was on her. I'm not sure what I'm making as far as the main dish goes. Have you or she thought about what she wants to make?
Well, we said that because you were hosting. I was trying to contribute in some way here and take that burden off of you. I mean, my mom already started getting stuff. I know she told me she was planning on making shrimp puff, meatballs, mac and cheese bites, I'm not sure what else. And I was gonna help her, of course. And she will probably end up making cookies too, and I don't personally think we need a main dish. Because it's not a sit-down dinner. So when you said grilled stuff, I just figured it's a cookout thing?
No. I said I was probably going to make barbecued pulled pork or chicken in the crock pot. So we don't have to use the grill. I personally thought we should have a main dish. Like a lunch menu since the shower starts at lunchtime. If it were the middle of the afternoon, I would have done more snack-like apps. But since it's a lunchtime, my plan was to do a main dish. That way there doesn't have to be a ton of things to worry about.
Okay. Whatever you want. Look, I'm a little dumbstruck here. Because I thought the plan was to plan this together and contribute in some way, but it seems like you just want to do everything without anyone else's input. She wanted to help. A sit-down lunch is nice, hard to do without an exact head count, though. My mom already started getting stuff, so you can be the one to tell her that it doesn't fit into your plan. Or you don't want her doing it all together. I'm not getting bitched at by her.
At this point, Kelly, the one who sent us this, sends a gif of Lisa Vanderpump drinking tea. Now back to Michelle. It's not a sit-down lunch. I don't know why you keep saying that. You do realize in your head you've already planned the food without anyone else's input, which is what you are accusing me of doing. I'm confused because all you've done is complain about the number of people invited behind my back. You just made it sound like you don't want to be bothered with contributing. I'm not trying to be nasty or anything. It's just, you've contradicted yourself a number of times. And seeing as the shower's at my house, I'm the one who has to make sure everything comes together.
I'm not sure what that means, honestly. LOL. Honestly, Michelle, just talk to her, I guess. My mom, that is. Because I know that she's already bought a ton of stuff. She was making meatballs and freezing them just the other night. And I'm sure that knowing she was going above and beyond and spending a bit of money, as she usually does when she cooks, I'm not gonna be the one to tell her she's out of money and that she has to can the whole thing. But seems like that's what you want at this point.
I already said that whatever your mom makes as far as food, I would pay for. I just specifically remember saying that the three of us should get together and come up with a menu that goes well together. Something that hasn't happened yet. So I don't know how I'm the one controlling the food when you're the one already making those decisions.
Mish, when we sat down, none of us imagined 60 people. And you said just now that you want a sit-down lunch. That's different from apps or buffet style. I said I don't want to go out of my way because you seem to be doing it, and everything I said, you shut down to start. So I was politely stepping aside here. The food I thought was the one way you would let me contribute because my mom said she would do it. I have asked you numerous times. How many people to help get an idea for food? Why would you pay for everything? That's not fair to you.
I didn't say sit down fucking lunch! I said lunch foods. Pulled pork, salad, pasta, a veggie tray, fruit salads, foods that can be made in large quantities at a low cost.
You don't need to get nasty, Jesus. I'm not cursing at you, that's not needed.
You're putting words into my mouth, though.
No, I'm at work. And if you want to talk later, civilly, then fine. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. Calm down. This is a stupid argument. If you want to help with food, great. If not, tell my mom so she knows. But you getting angry and talking to me like that is just plain mean. We can disagree, but there is really no need for all that.
The shower was my idea, so I wouldn't want to force the cost of anything on anyone else. Like I said before, you've done nothing but rage about the entire situation and say how you are not putting a big effort into it. The last time we spoke over the phone, those were your last words. I'm confused because you said you don't want to spend a lot of money, but when I say no problem, I've got it that you're upset with me and accuse me of being controlling.
Your idea, huh? Your idea? So the rest of us wouldn't want to help throw it? I thought we were all friends with him. Why did you even ask us to help plan it then? And don't do that. Don't you dare throw our conversations about their relationships into this. You said stuff too. We all have. This is just getting out of hand. My intention is not to fight with you. I'm sorry if I offended you. Just do what you want.
I don't want to fight either! I just don't want you or your mom to spend money on food. I just want to keep it simple.
P.S. We are arguing about nothing. Because regardless of what your main dish is, my mom is or was planning on making side dishes.
Okay, why don't you call me or come by after work and we can just figure this out.
Okay, I have a hair appointment at 5:45 and then I have to get my spray tan on. Beach this weekend. I'll call you after work. I'm sorry for the argument. It got blown up and it was not needed at all.
Okay. And then a GIF is sent by Kelly of Dorinda saying, I decorated, I cooked, I made it nice.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Beautiful.
I mean, I've seen Glengarry Glen Ross. I've seen
Gorgeous.
just that it's a mammoth play.
What time is it, Ian?
Oh.
We're moving right along. We're in our last segment. We know everyone's got to get home. I'm exhausted, and that's the perfect way to bring out our next and final segment.
Guys, you know her from our podcast. She has her own podcast
called OMFG. And here to bring us a little information we may not know about the Mills, please welcome Deanna Cheng. Get over here. Deanna's a dear friend, an amazing contributor to our podcast.
Why, thank you.
Yeah. And I'm so happy to have you here. Deanna's going to tell us a few, how would you put it?
Well, first of all, guys, tonight has been so much fun. Really? Oh my God. This has been a real lift in the week. A real lift.
I'm so happy to hear that. Because you've been out there.
I was out there. I've been over there. I've been having Diet Cokes. I've been having wine. So I don't know where I'm at, but having
you're
a
at a
great
good
time.
place.
Having a really nice time.
You're writing a nice line.
We'll see.
It's touch and go. I'm touch and go.
Would you like some lube?
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
And to the listeners, this whispering angel has gone down.
And everyone knows Danielle doesn't really drink.
I didn't
know.
see her take much but a sip.
Do you want some?
I would love some.
Just sharing a bottle.
We don't have any for you.
You have a glass we could share.
Okay.
Okay.
I will share it with you.
So I'm here just to provide.
I'm pouring a fully because we're splitting it.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm going to pour this for Danielle and then drink it after the show.
Thank you.
I know we joke, but I do have a problem. No. I really don't. I don't think.
So I think, I'm just here providing a bit of a public service. Just to try to get us to move amongst the mills.
Yeah, because you have a podcast tell us about it really quick.
Yeah, so OMFG I host with Emily Foster, and
Yes.
we just try to stay hip. We try to stay cool. We try to learn. And
grow.
And thank you guys. Thank you. So,
It's such a fucking funny podcast. And it really does genuinely help me keep up with the trends.
I know. You have taught us things that I would never know. All what is it? All
glowed up?
Glowed up, yes.
Yeah.
All
Which
glowed
I
up.
have to say, I am so obsessed with the Facebook group, the Bitch Sesh Facebook group.
Are you drinking that?
I can't drink it because I can't multitask. But there's a picture. I was paying attention to the show, but I was also scrolling through the feed, and I saw that
That's how our show is meant to be.
Honestly, it's a multi-screen experience. I am shocked you guys are all still staring up here, and we're going to end soon. I know we're all tired.
Just a quick FYI, there's 3 aliens out here in full caftans, Dubai style.
Show yourselves! Show yourselves! Where are they? They've left.
They're killing. They're here.
Oh my God!
Yes.
I love it. Is that the one that I wore last time on the right? I think from Asa.
It looks like it is. Is it
looks
an
like
Asa
an Asa collection.
You all look radiant.
Gorgeous.
I mean,
Radiant.
You should all be in caftans, and you should be ashamed that you're not.
Okay, so I just have some hot info.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Ian's calling to me
He's
off
calling
stage.
you. You're
Okay, I have to tell everyone what Ian's
This is called business. Can I have some
Ian
wine?
literally just whispered to me, I just need your password. This is some janky ass old stuff. Guys, April's not here and our tech is even worse.
Maybe.
So you continue to talk, please. Talk to our audience.
I don't like that Casey still has the mic. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna teach you, and it's not, I don't know it that well, so it's not really a teaching, it's more just a familiarizing.
We're learning it phonetically, basically.
Yeah,
and not
just to
understanding.
get your hands around if you hear some words.
Oh, I'd love it.
Okay, just to know what's going on. So if you hear the term jigglypuff, if you hear a wiggly tuft, if you hear, these
People
are
are
just
nodding.
words. These are words. If you hear, I'm part of Team Valor, or Pokemon Go. If you hear, I'm gonna set a lure later today. If you hear someone say they're at a Pokestop.
These are the
Pokemon Go terms that you're with someone playing Pokemon Go. How do we feel?
Not good.
Badly. Everybody feels
Not
badly.
good.
Brought down the room. Okay.
No, but here's the thing, I'm glad to know it.
That's what I just want you to have some trigger words.
Yeah.
Someone says to me, I'm a wiggly puff. I won't be like, don't show your penis to me. That's straight. Like that. Like, 'cause
No,
that's what
I
think.
like knowing. I don't want to delve in.
Just to have these hot tips,
Yeah.
just to know.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. That's a great one.
That's a quick overview.
Right off the bat.
Yes.
Don't even know Pokemon Go, but just have those hot words to
connect with. Yeah. Thank you.
So recently on our podcast, we were talking about the concept, and this is high level shit. This is like not for us, okay?
Oh, no.
This is like some deep
Like this is
mill
my 3-year-old
shit.
gets this.
Yeah, this is like, we're going deep. Have you heard the term DANK meme? We have some mills out here.
God,
I see
Meme.
couple mills amongst.
What's
So, these are some classic DANK memes.
What are you saying right now?
A DANK meme.
classic meaning yesterday?
A classic as of when?
So here's the thing, like we know what a meme is, right? I mean, a meme, it's the lowest. We'll start from like, I think you saw a meme in that story
Yes,
you just
I believe
told.
I know.
That was a meme.
Yes, I understand a meme.
Ish, a GIF.
It's someone frozen with words on the screen.
Sure.
That's the meme.
Hey, ho, hey.
Okay, but I have something embarrassing to report.
Go ahead.
When I saw a GIF for the first time, I'm like, I want to hear it. And I was like, oh, my sound is fucked up. I know, it's so sad, but I would like to hear, but no.
No.
Or can you?
Not all.
No.
Got it.
So when you hear the term dank meme, you need to know it's not your ordinary meme. It's not a run-of-the-mill meme. It's a next level best meme ever. I mean, that's like on the screen we're seeing Hulk Hogan with his
I love that.
classic gray handlebar mustache, and then
Glowed up on his Gawker money.
To me, this just looks like a what's his name, Guillermo del Toro movie. like some
I don't know.
horror. Yeah.
That's not part of OMFG. That's too high class for me. I don't know.
Okay, so it's called a dank meme.
It's a next level. It's a great compliment for a meme. It's highest level a meme could be.
Got it.
So this is like a Hulk Hogan with the big mustache and then a mini Hulk Hogan that fits perfectly underneath the mustache. 2 Hulk Hogans.
Yeah.
That's like a dank meme.
I love it.
Can I ask a question about the
yes.
dank memes? When someone says to you, hey, when someone says to you,
Yeah.
hey, my man, like the Mills do,
Hey, my man.
that's a great dank meme. Like, would you, and
I don't know that anyone's saying, hey, my man.
or hey,
Hey, my man?
That's a dank meme.
Go ahead.
Are they complimenting the person who sent it or the person who
meme.
created it?
The meme itself.
The meme itself.
The meme. The creator.
The creator. But if I just sent you a dank meme, it's you're not like, hey, dank meme.
No. Never be like, no, yeah. And just for the listeners, you know, classic dank meme is Nick Cage inside of a banana peel. I don't know why, but classic. So the way it came up, there's a Harambe, who's a gorilla, who's passed.
Wait.
No longer with us.
Say those
terrible story. Terrible
Say these
story.
words again to me.
Harambe is a gorilla. Was a gorilla. R.I.P.
Okay.
This is a dark show.
Harambe was.
What? Harambe was a gorilla, and these are.
This is real time.
These are
this
real
is real
words.
life.
Okay.
Real life. So Harambe, you might remember a news story a couple months ago. There was a small boy. He got into the zoo. Harambe was the gorilla. We had to put him down. It's terrible. And because it's so terrible and people felt so badly about it, for Harambe, there was dank memes, I suppose, created that the phrase was dicks out for Harambe. So in respect for our fallen gorilla, we want to take our dicks out. And that's where the discussion of dank memes came in. This is the end of what I have to say
So
on the
dank
subject.
memes came after Take Our Dicks Out for Harambe?
No, that's how I got into, because I heard.
Oh, that was your entry
That was my
point.
entryway into what a
gotcha.
dank meme was, and I thought that sounds like it's a terrible meme, and I learned that no, it's the highest honor a meme could have.
Deanna, you've blown
You
my
blow
mind.
How are we doing?
We're doing great.
I'm processing. I'm aging.
Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy. This is like really,
no one said anything
is
tonight
gonna
would be
easy,
Yeah.
and that was not easy. But I feel we got somewhere.
We did, and you have one more hot
I have
tip
one
for
more
us.
tip.
Okay.
This is just a term, NBD. That's not the term, but this is This is breezier. This is like let's just relax because this is not a big deal.
Okay.
So something that's happening amongst the mills, gal pal to gal pal, we might frext each other. Oh, titillated.
Hubbub.
Hubbub. Murmur, murmur. So a frext is sending your girlfriend
Your friend a text?
a sexy pic of yourself for an ego boost, a laugh, a lift.
So a frext would be me taking my top off,
Correct.
Tops off.
It
taking
depends.
a pic, going like, what you think? Sending it to my friend Casey,
Right.
and then her giving me a thumbs
Thumbs up emoji.
And then
And then
taking my own pic.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be reciprocal, but if that's what you guys are up to, that's great. The vibe is like maybe you also want to take that pic and send it to a suitor. So this
Of
is
my friend?
No. You would not see where her mind is. Her mind
No,
is
I'm
not
checking
right.
it out. I'm doing like my frext
Got it.
is my pre-sext.
Sext. Yes, it's either a pre-sext or it seems it's a simple boost of ego.
To just be like, you look
like,
great.
girl, you look great, you look fine, you look fierce.
Yeah.
Great, I'm sending it to my boss.
Deanna Cheng. Wow.
How do we do?
We did amazing.
thank
Guys,
you.
we're going to segue into our final thing of the night, which
Yeah.
involves very heavily Miss Deanna Cheng. Which is that the three of us, and this is a great segue, not being Mills, I'm the only Mill among us.
All right.
I do have black nail polish on, guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
You hyperventilated playing basketball.
Take me out!
Anyway, we all got to chatting, and we felt like we're of a certain age where, you want to go out, and you all are out, and
Yeah.
I am so conscious of, I know everyone's tired, so we really are wrapping this up because I am exhausted myself, and we feel like we want to go out, we want to get at a good time, we want to turn
Have
up,
fun.
but sometimes it's hard.
Right. It's hard, but it's like you can turn up,
But,
sit down.
yeah, but stay seated. So we'd like to play a little video that I directed that Miss Deanna Cheng wrote, Danielle stars
well
in,
as
and it
Danielle
debuted on
and
Funny or
Casey.
Die today, but we'd like to debut it here for Bitch Sesh concerning this exact quandary. And hope you enjoy. Baby girls, after over 4 months of scheduling
and rescheduling.
we finally did it. We are out on the town.
Yeah. Are we tired?
Yes, we are. Oh, I'm exhausted.
But we need this.
This is my shit!
Let's turn this motherfucker up.
We're tired.
Anything that they're doing over there, we're doing it right here.
On your feet, sexy lady.
Up here is in play, but down there is at rest. So work with my top half.
No, boo-boo. Come here. The last month, I've been having to empty my mother-in-law's shit and piss bag. I'm good right here.
Watch me whip, watch me nay.
I make 70 cents for every dollar a man makes. So I'm good right motherfucking here.
No.
Oh, easy does it, easy does it.
Gotcha, girl. Gotcha.
I'll hold you.
Gotcha.
Hold on.
Gotcha.
You get it. You got it. I'm gonna take these guys out.
Night guard. I have lockjaw and night terrors.
These heels are making my dogs bark.
You know what? I'm gonna get just my neck cream on so I can wake up not feeling bad about my neck.
I need to go to the little girl's room.
Ooh, I'll go with you.
Kid, here we go.
Thank you.
This guy on.
My divorce is almost finalized.
Wow.
Wow.
Gorgeous art. Deanna Cheng, thank you so much. You're so
What a
wonderful.
dream.
Guys, we have a lot of people to thank tonight. We have Deanna, we have Brian, Mike Furman, who did the music for Lock. Check out MikeFurman.com.
And I want to thank everyone at Funny or Die who helped us with the video, specifically our producer, Brian Trocé, and our editor, Adriana Robles, and they're here tonight. Thank you so much to them. And of course, to our favorite Shah Shervin Roparvar,
We also want to thank Ian.
who is filling in for April.
Wonderful. Now he has the
Doing
Pasco.
wonderfully.
Largo, everybody here.
Yes.
Everybody at Earwolf.
And honestly, thank you all for coming out and staying out. I'm so sorry the show ran a bit long, but we had such a great time with you
All
guys.
the boots on the grounds. And just before we leave, I
Yeah.
think we all deserve together to sing Dreamcatcher.
Ian. Brian, come on out here, Brian. In whatever that is you're wearing.
1, 2, 3. Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher.
Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher. We started again.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher. Whoa. Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher. Whoa.
Our dad cheated on us,
And now a Bravo makes us on our nerves. And if I a threat, we just wish that I were dead.
Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher.
Dreamcatcher, whoa. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Deanna.
There is a creature that stalks your inbox while you sleep. The ear wolf. Once every fortnight, this lupine beast sneaks across the internet carrying only a newsletter featuring exciting podcast highlights, fan art, live tour dates, in-studio photos of stars like Mel Brooks and Susan Sarandon, and sneak peeks of podcasts yet to come. If you want these valuable treasures, all you have to do is invite it in by going to earwolf.com and subscribing to its email newsletter, and then wait for the earwolf to visit.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman and Chris Bannon. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.